The 2021 national champion Georgia Bulldogs fielded one of the best rosters college football has ever seen. The defense in particular was loaded with NFL talent at every position. But one player has separated himself from the pack, with the potential to be not just a first-round pick, but possibly even the first player drafted.
Brought down. That is Walker with the sack.
So what is it about Travon Walker that has him projected to be a top selection in the draft this year? I can tell you what it isn't: his stats. Yeah, that's it. Less than 10 career sacks, 1 forced turnover. None of these are particularly impressive. You could argue that if he wasn't playing in a front that featured Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Devontae Wyatt, that the number of sacks would have been higher. But he's projected to go ahead of all those players right now. And the reason is not what he has done in college, but what he could do at the next level. If you aren't already familiar, allow me to introduce you to Relative Athletic Score. Kent Lee Platt, at MathBomb on Twitter, created this system that charts all of the various measurables of prospects entering the draft, and scores them based off of how they stack up against every other prospect at their position, all the way back to 1987. Travon Walker received an overall score of 9.99 out of 10. This means he's the third most athletic defensive end ever charted, and it's easy to see why. He is 6 foot 5 inches tall, 270 pounds, and has 35.5-inch arms. And for him to be that massive and still run a 4.51 40-yard dash, have a 35.5-inch vertical leap, and a 10-foot broad jump is astounding. Athletically, these numbers prove he is elite in speed, agility, and explosiveness at the position. When you combine that with the size, strength, and length he has every tool necessary to be a superstar pass rusher. He's even quick enough to chase down running backs or to drop back in coverage without being a liability. Any coach would be foaming at the mouth at the thought of having a player like that. Now you could say, if he's so athletic, why did he struggle to produce in college? And it's a fair question. Aiden Hutchinson, the favorite to be drafted first overall, had 14 sacks and twice as many tackles for loss in his final season at Michigan, and he is also a phenomenal athlete. It's nice to dream about the best case scenario, but what if Travon Walker doesn't live up to the hype? I think one of the best ways to answer this is to look at a similar case from the 2021 draft. Odafe Owe played at Penn State. He received a perfect 10 on the Relative Athletic Score. Similar to Walker, he had great size, long arms, and excellent testing numbers, including a 4.37 40-yard dash, which is unbelievably fast for his size. He was drafted by the Ravens late in the first round. He also had underwhelming stats in college. He didn't even record a sack in 2020. But the Ravens took him because they were betting on the traits. They believed they could get the most out of him. And after his rookie year, playing only 50% of the snaps, he recorded 5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles, including this huge play that helped Baltimore defeat the Kansas City Chiefs.
What a start to his career he's having. It's on the ground and he recovered that thing.
Oh, and by the way, Owe's teammate at Penn State was similarly super athletic, with less than expected production. You may have heard of Micah Parsons, the 2021 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Teams have been more willing than ever to bet on athleticism to win out. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, all 3 of them had incredible traits, but questions about their college productions, and I don't think any of those teams are regretting those picks one bit. I'm not saying it always works out perfectly, that is definitely not the case. But when teams bet on the traits of prospects and have a coaching staff capable of putting them in the best place to succeed, it works. Should Travon Walker go first overall? I'm not going to pretend I know for a fact he will be the best player or best edge rusher in this class. But I do know he has the tools necessary to be one of the best players in the NFL, period. If you are a team who believes in your defensive staff, I don't know what more you could want than that.